getting into the action. We've got Wolfman and FC7, a Falls Church team, running around having a good time here, looting up, and at the classic Dusty Depot. Look at that, the OG Dusty Depot, one of the original warehouses here, and the big wooden chair there. Gotta love that. Super nostalgic. I know we all get nostalgic for OG Fortnite. At least I do. Looks like we're going to be stuck here with Wolfman for a bit. You see, the way the spectator feature works is I've only got this small circle, and anyone in this circle, I can switch to them. So it looks like no one else is in that circle, so it's just us and Wolfman for now. So we're going to be chilling out here with Wolfman for a little bit, which gives me a perfect opportunity to audibly shout out some initiatives that we have going on right now. So right now going on, our big thing is the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society Tiltify campaign that we have running right now. If you look in the chat or type in !donate, we are trying to raise $10,000 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society by the end of the month here. So if you have the means, or if you want to support the cause, share our charity campaign. If you have the means, go ahead and donate. We are trying to get to $10,000. But here we go. We've got gold on deck here today. I'm excited to see the gold teams. The gold teams are just insane. They are absolutely cracked. You know, a lot of the teams that are playing today are going to be at North American Finals, which is our once-a-year super hype tournament where we get all the best teams in XP League to duke it out to find out who is the best team in all of XP League. There's prizing, there's vendor booths, there's all kinds of amazing things that happen, and it's all going to be hosted by Full Sail University at the Fortress and in their live venue. It's going to be absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing over there in Orlando, Florida, and super close to Disney World and Universal Studios. So if it's a perfect opportunity for a summer vacation for any families that made it into North American Finals. All right, let's see if any other teams have wandered into the radius. No, we're still here with Wolfman. Wolfman, be grateful. Be grateful, Wolfman. You're getting all the coverage you could ever want here. You're getting highlighted here as you stock up in all this metal. All this metal. Which is interesting to go for, actually. You know, I wouldn't think to loot up the metal from Dusty Depot, but I suppose it is a valuable resource. I know that in an actual build battle, in a build fight, metal is not ideal, simply because it takes a lot longer to get to higher amounts of HP. But you know, here he is. He's about to get caught in the storm, so he's going to be forced to push out. But you know, they're still chilling here in the depot, in this warehouse. They're going to have to rotate out soon, but you know, they're not going to take too much damage. At least they wouldn't have. That's right, they wouldn't have taken too much damage, but the new storm rules make it so that storm sickness is going to kick in. So they're going to start taking more damage to the storm than they would normally in previous seasons. So it looks like they're going to chill here, wait for the geyser to pop up so that they can rotate inwards. And there you go, they pop it right there, and they're going to go moving on in towards... Oops. Moving on in towards the kind of Tilted Towers POI. If someone can help me out and let me know what this section is. Look at that, what a cool glider. That glider is sick. I feel like Fortnite has really leveled up their cosmetics game in like the last 6 months to a year. I mean, the cosmetics in Fortnite have just gotten absolutely insane, and Fortnite is just becoming like such a beautiful game. What are you guys most excited for in this new season? I know we've got some Indiana Jones. We got an Indiana Jones collab. We've got the new Darth Vader with the new lightsaber. Oh, let's see here if we can actually get close enough to some other teams now that we can jump around a little more. No, looks like we're still stuck with Wolfman. Wolfman, we love you. Oh, here we go. We've got Yo Skies, YT Yo Skies, Weston, and Snowzy YT. As they're looting up here on the north side of the circle. So early engagement still not happening yet. You know, we've still got about at least a minute until third zone activates. We don't have enough players for Storm Surge to kick in, so our players will need to wait for third zone. Ooh, Pasadena getting a little anxious here, a little too early on the shotgun. So a little bit of an early engagement there. It's okay though. Hopefully they realize their mistake and are able to get rezzed up before things start to pop off. Alright, let's see if we can't find anyone else here. YT Yo Skies rotating on the north side. Wolfman on the south side. And they've got a nice position here with which to get going. Loving the little Among Us back bling. I mean, they're just so cute. Look at the little walk. I mean, that's just great. Gotta love that. And here we are with my man Weston rocking the Hog Rider going in. And now, in a few seconds, third zone will activate. And we have the Storm pushing in for Storm 2. Third zone still not in effect. Early engagement rules still applying here. And we can see here, let's take a look at where the Storm's going to end up. The last couple of matches we had the Storm end up over here, we had the Storm end up over here towards the Daily Bugle, and now looks like we're going to have the Storm more towards the center of the map. You know, it'd be exciting to get it in tilted, maybe in Sanctuary, maybe in this top zone here, get some water action. That'd be fun. I love kind of end games that end up over the water. I think those are always really fun. All right, but enough Hog Rider action, and let's go ahead and move over and check out Cupertino here. Cupertino with Gray the Rambo, Leo Gamer, and CUP13 hanging out here, rotating off of Tilted Towers towards the inner side of the left side of circle. And just look at the mats on these guys. I mean, these guys are kitted out for endgame for sure. I mean, these guys are going to be absolutely ready for anything come endgame. You know, you'd want to see maybe a little more loot, a little bit better loot, but you know, you can't have it all. And as we move in here, Spooky Fog, the dynamic weather system in Fortnite is really cool. But the Spooky Fog always makes me think of Silent Hill. You know, if you have ever played Silent Hill, you know what I mean. And out there you can see it. You can see the tornado in the distance. That's right, the tornado is back and is wreaking havoc on the island for many players. And I just love that players can take the dog with them. In the silver games, we saw teams take the dog with them all the way to the end game, and that was just fantastic. Love to see that. Any fans of dogs here? We've got some shots happening right now as third zone is activated, so teams are good to engage. They can fight now. And we've got Weston on his hog here, taking shots with a heavy sniper at long range here. Just kind of firing some shots into the tall grass, make sure there's no one there, clear it out. Let's see if we can find a team that's engaged in an active firefight. We've got Wolfman and their squad driving around. Looks like the Twister is coming towards them. A little bit of glitchy action here. You know, things always get really weird when you're not properly like mounted on the vehicles, so it starts to glitch out a little bit. Lots of eliminations. Twitch Sizzles gets taken out. Bash 224 gets taken out by Wake Forest. Wake Forest picking up some eliminations. Fox JJ takes out Alpha Omega. Jack takes out B8 Connor. Wake Forest knocks another player here. Lobos gets taken down here, and so does Alex Newby. One of the Pasadena teams gets knocked by Snowzy YT here over here. Looks like they landed a good shot here at range. Lots of players trying to take out the Rift here. It's going to provide an opportunity for YT Low Skies and their squad to take some pot shots here. Trying to see if I can rotate around here, get some other players here in the action. They've got their build here. They're hulled up. Looks like the dog's not playing nice, doesn't like being caged up, tearing down some of their own builds. Oh, here we go. Clue. Clue's a standout player. One of the better players in the gold division. I see them, towards the top of the rankings, pretty much every week. So keep an eye out for Clue here. Clue's an absolute talent out here as Dr. Sniper gets taken down by Ghost Reaper. And they're rocking the DMR here. Interesting choice of weapon. I actually love the DMR, but I find it kind of underwhelming against players who can build really well. I think it's absolutely cracked in no build, but in the normal playlist, I think it's not quite as great. As Sudegree and Twitch Sizzles gets taken out by Jack. Jack, another super strong Fortnite player. Look out for them in the end game. And looks like they hear some activity within the house here. They're trying to scope out where they are. Catches them right there. Beautifully done. Gets the knockdown on them. The elimination and the explosives coming through to tear down all the walls. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that build. Well done here by Clue and their teammate picking up those eliminations. Let's go ahead and jump around and see what else we got. Wolfman and their squad here hauled up on the left side of Inner Circle, beautifully positioned for endgame. Taking some pot shots here. XD2527 gets knocked. Shotgun PNJ Maker gets knocked as well by Pancake Ninja. Well done, Pancake Ninja. And Benji takes out Sage of 6 Paths. Well done, Benji. Clue picking up some more kills, and Jack taking out another right there. So Jack and Clue really picking up lots of kills here on the feed. Keep your eye on that. We're seeing some names pop up over and over. And here, this squad, this Cupertino squad, is beautifully positioned for the end game here. I mean, look at this high ground. Look at their position in the circle. They've got kind of free reign to shoot down on any squad they want right now. And they've got a decent amount of, they've got a lot of ammo and a lot of builds to do it with. So they're in a good spot. They see kind of a fortress getting set up over there. Other squad knows that they're about to get shot out from under, and impulses out of there. And here they are, just kind of padding their damage stats, not necessarily knocking anyone or getting any kills here, but they are getting some nice damage here. Lots of opportunities for them if they want to engage, but they've got such a strong position, why kind of force it? And as you can see over here, some squads are getting eliminated as they have to rotate in away from the circle. Let's see if we can't catch one of those players trying to rotate in. Yeah, here's one of the squads right up against the storm. A little bit of a mistake with the impulse, but they look like they used it to take out the build. And as they move into, here we've got Benji. Benji, a really strong player, great fragger for their team. Oh, but Benji gets knocked, and it's going to be up to Burn here. Looks like Burn's gonna get out of there, try and play for placement. Where are they trying to rotate to? Where are you heading, Burn? There's nowhere safe here. Just anywhere but here for Burn, as they're getting pushed on super hard. W key taped to their keyboard here with Gray the Rambo picking up that kill. Well done here. And they've still got the rest of their squad kicking. Full HP. Couple more chug splashes, and that's going to be it on their heels there, but maybe their team's got some more in the back. Wake Forest Warrior 5, we saw them on the kill feed quite a few times, gets taken out. So that's another end game contender there, taken out. Lots and lots of gunfire coming up from up top here. And I Love You Cereal, looks like they're trying to contest this high ground from Cupertino. No, actually this is a different spot. Looks like they're actually on the edge here, trying to push in. Ooh, and Clue goes down to News for Jen. News for you, Jen. So that's going to be a big kill there. Well done for News for you, Jen. Baz loves you. This squad did a great job taking out Clue. So another finalist contender taken out. And that build is going to be vulnerable to getting shot out from under them. So if their team coordinates here, they can kind of knock these guys out. No, they've connected over to another set of builds, so they're going to be fine here. Let's go ahead and see if we can't catch the firefight happening over there. Condog solo. He's got to play very quiet, play very sneaky. They don't want to bring attention to themselves here. They don't want anyone to know that they're a solo. They want to play as if, you know, they want everyone to kind of question if they're a full squad or not for as long as possible. Condog gets knocked by Snipsy. Snipsy, super strong player. Watch out for Snipsy in the endgame. Looks like we got an engagement here. Squad pushing in. Whoa! Well played there. And Brink of Winning, Maze, and Anonymous do a great job there. I've seen Brink of Winning at the top of leaderboards all season, all year long. Well done there, picking up that kill on that squad. That's the Peeker's advantage right there. Whoa! And speaking of Peeker's advantage, looks like they get peeked on, caught by surprise as they're trying to heal up. And this guy's going to get caught out in the storm and is going to probably die to the storm damage. I don't think they're going to be able to make it back in. Wolfman and Falls Church team still in it. Still got all three. They're looking really good. They've got full mats, lots of it, lots of ammo, lots of heals. They're in a great spot for this end game. Cupertino still dominating the high ground here, running low on mats, running maybe not low on ammo, but not quite as much. Not enough that you can kind of bully players and just shoot at them from above all you want. You kind of pick your fights a little bit more here. But they've got the high ground. They've got everything they need for this end game. Well done, beautifully done. Keeps an eye, takes out Jack. Jack, super talented, super strong player. Snipsy eliminated by Wolfman. So it looks like it's going to be Falls Church and Cupertino here in the end game. That's my prediction, at least. As, whoa, lots of eliminations coming through as Falls Church gets knocked. One of the Falls Church players gets knocked out. Gray the Rambo gets knocked in the storm. Looks like they didn't quite mean to get knocked out here. Only 7 players left. Let's stay here. Only so many squads left here. Cupertino with 2. Are they a squad of 2? Is it 2 solos? What do we got here? As Cupertino kind of pushes in and drops down to pressure these bottom squads. Beautiful tarping here from the teams on absolute low. Let's kind of see if we can get their perspective here as they're trying to defend. Yep, it's 2 duos, so it looks like pretty even. They've got way more equipment and heals, but if Cupertino pushes the advantage, they might be able to take this out, especially since they engaged first. Looks like these guys were able to draw first blood. Let's go ahead and drop over here. Let's see who's going to get it. super tense, and well done for Baz. News for you, Jen, and I love you, Serial, as they take game one. Well done to all the teams that made it to the end game. Well done to all the teams that made it this far into the match. I want to give a quick shout out to all the players doing absolutely amazing, playing their hearts out, and a shout out to the coaches. You know, these players, they come into XP League at varying levels of skill, and throughout their time with their coaches, with their squads, they learn communication. They learn to refine their abilities and how to use them, how to communicate with their team, how to create strategies and rotations and coordinate. And these players, they just absolutely blossom in that environment. I mean, look at these teams. Look at the kind of coordination that happens. They assign roles to each other. In Fortnite, we've got tarpers, fraggers, and IGLs, and I would love to hear some of the comms that these teams go through, kind of hear, what's going on through these players' head. What are they saying? What are they thinking about in these final moments? So we'll be right back with round two. So stick around for the ads. We'll be right back for round two of week 4 Gold.
I'm the coach for XP League, and I'm looking forward to having an impact on these kids' lives. I've been playing video games competitively since 9th grade. I'm now 21 years old, and I've never really got to be a part of a team.
Today you guys are here for tryouts. Now you might be feeling nervous, but don't worry. Everybody makes a team. Tryouts is not about picking you out if you're not good at the game. The only thing this is about measuring where you are at right now, so we can focus on how we can help you improve throughout the season.
Esports promotes cognition in the sense that there's multiple ways to win a game. There's not one set way that you can win a match. The meta in Overwatch, it varies. It depends on the game. The games change all the time, and every game is different. It has its own special, unique characteristics.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep your hands straight. Keep your hands straight.
For our practices, we aren't focused necessarily on who we're playing against, just how we can adapt our strategy towards the game. What we teach the kids when we're coaching is that there's another human being on the other side of that computer, and to treat everyone with respect.
I have my ultimate.
Okay, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rip it. No, it doesn't matter at all. Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
You guys are great, right? Dad, all right, push up with me, push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills. You love being Battle Mercy.
Yes, battle.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does? So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve, and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Fruit Steva!
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of the team. It's all about the experience.
I need you. I need you. Nice.
Go! Move in now! Push in! You don't
you have what it takes to be crowned the champion? The largest youth esports competition in North America is this June in Orlando. Your journey begins at xpleague.gg.
All right, well, I can see we've got almost a full lobby here ready to go. So what I wanted to show off here while we're getting ready, while we're waiting for the rest of the matches to get underway here, is I wanted to kind of show off some new technology that I found that's going to let us get the scores out a lot quicker and let us kind of analyze a little bit. Let's do some analytical content. Let's do this. So right here, what I've got for you guys is the map from last match. Let's focus in on endgame here. So we can see here, Serial, Baz, News for You, all in top placement with 4 kills each. Let's see what we can find here in terms of kills, anyone who stand out. Look at that. Jack with 5 kills, one of the top eliminators here in this game, going out in 7th place. Not to be outdone though, look at this. Snibsy with 4 kills, Brink with 4 kills as well, Wolfman with 3 kills. But look at that. Look how this team kind of is able to kind of spread out their kills and really kind of juice those points. I mean, these teams are doing absolutely amazing. We can even see their cosmetics. Isn't that fun? Let's see if any killers went out super early in the match. Doesn't look like it here, but just look at kind of these end games here. Look how this kind of circles in and circles out. If we take a look here, let's take a look at the teams and how they approach this towards the end of the match. So here we can see CUP Serial. So we've got Kyle, FC7, News for You, Gray the Rambo trying to come in, and just look at this. I mean, this is an almost impossible situation for Gray the Rambo by the time all these other Falls Church players come in. I think these are Falls Church players. So we have Serial, Baz coming in, Gray the Rambo just doing everything they can, but they don't really have everything they need. They've got Cupertino, then it's evened up. Then they've got just Cupertino, 2-1-2. And it's a little dicey here. I remember Cupertino was on the absolute low, trying to kind of heal up a little bit, but smartly, Baz and News for You understand, hey, we're low on materials. We don't know what they have. We got to push this. We have the advantage if we peak them right now. They didn't have the advantage in health and basically anything. but they go in anyways. And, you know, through that kind of Peaker's advantage, through being able to dictate the pace of the match, they're able to get things going. All right, I just got the message that we're able to start right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my full cam here so that way it doesn't get too interrupted. And I'm going to start the match. All right, so I want to go ahead and audibly shout this out. Our big push this month is our Tiltify campaign. We are trying to raise $10,000 by the end of the month for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. This is an amazing organization that does fantastic work all across the world for blood cancer specifically. And you can make a difference today by sharing our donation campaign, by donating yourself. So please share the links, share the campaign, spread the love, and let's make a difference and help the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the fight against blood cancer. I'm going to go ahead and swap this over to our rules engagement screen. So we've got 71 players. I'm actually not sure. I don't think this will activate. No, because once we take myself out of the equation and a couple of the other observers that we have in the match, then we're going to be left with 68 roughly players in the match. So I don't think Storm Surge effects are going to Storm Surge rules are going to come into effect, but we do still have early engagement rules. So you cannot fight before the beginning of third zone here. So we're just kind of stalling here, waiting for me to quickly eliminate myself so that I can get into the spectator mode. So if you're at home watching the stream, let me see you guys in the chat. Let me see some activity here. I'd love to see who you guys are rooting for. What locations are you guys cheering on today? Who do you want to see making it all the way to the end? All right, I'm done doing my due diligence. Let's go ahead and jump in. And we're in. We're spectating. We're watching two squads here. Ooh, gonna be a little dicey here. It's gonna be first come, first serve. They both want what's in this vault. As long as they don't start fighting each other, they should be good. I love the coordinated sock monkey skins. That's really fun to see. And just like that, pretty brutal. First come, first serve. They take all the loot. But, you know, that's what's going to happen when you drop in on a location that's going to be super contested like that. It's going to be... there's going to be people who also want that very same loot that you're trying to get. And here we go. Here's the winners from last round. Serial, Baz, and News for You. Getting in on the action, looting up, doing the rotation. They've got an interesting rotation here. Looks like they dropped here towards the bottom section of the map. They're going to have a long way to go before they get back into circle. Let's take a look at that circle, actually. So, circle's going to be up here on this northern side of the map. I feel like it's probably the circle's probably going to want to go towards this half. I mean, just looking at this, there's fewer POIs right here, I think. I don't know what kind of algorithm they use to decide how the circle gets used. How the circle moves. Maybe it's random, maybe it's not. But I think they're going to try and push towards one of these areas here. That's my prediction, at least. Danny in the chat cheering on Falls Church. Love to see it. Love the pogs. Very awesome. Oh, there you are. Serial, it looks like you know you're on stream. Putting on a show for the viewers. Thank you, Serial. We'll check in on you later. I'm sure we'll see you in the end game. And here we go, Cupertino, the other team that was in contention for first place, got second place, decent amount of kills, lots of points on the board for them. It looks like they're actually pretty close to the first place team here. Only maybe, not that actually far away. So we might see a fight early on, depending if their rotation is like similar to the other squad. We may see them fighting earlier than we would expect. And here we are on the racetrack down here. Just having some fun, messing around, looting up, getting some berries, getting some fish, getting everything they need. Not an amazing loot path, but it's something here for this early game. as Max Daddy and these two anonymous players are looting up here in this section. My favorite place for loot. Good question in the chat from Danny. My favorite place for loot has got to be this section right here. I like dropping down here and then rotating my way towards here to control this bridge. I really like rotating from here down to here and then getting control of this bridge here. This is just kind of like a standard rotation that I like. I also really like dropping down on here and doing this same rotation that we saw from those top two teams. I think those are great drop spots. All right, let's jump around here a little bit, see what we can see. Cupertino here, finishing out their loot run. Serial and the rest still here in this kind of Star Wars POI. Looks like they're waiting to get this this vault opened up here. Here we go, Alex Newbie, KTNG. These are the sock puppet players that we saw earlier, fighting over some of that vault loot. Looks like their teammates messing around a little bit. Oh, shot them a little bit here. A little unlucky. A little bit of false fire there. Watch your trigger discipline, teams. Watch your trigger discipline. We're only in Storm 1. Here we go. KTNG doing some scouting, moving up on the hill, seeing if that chest is looted yet. Looks like it's not. And look at all that loot down there on the ground. That's a ton of loot. It must have been like a loot llama that dropped or something. Oh, these are reality seeds. Oh, we're seeing reality seed loot. So that brings me to another thing here. Reality seeds are not allowed. Seeds are not allowed. We see, in our opinion, seeds are the same as, using seeds is the same as using tents. And so seeds are not allowed in XP League. And so we'll have to do some reviews here and see who was using the seeds and who was not. Hopefully the penalties were worth it. Let's take a look here. Mad Daddy, Max Daddy, and their two anonymous players rotating around, Storm behind their backs. And here we are with a different sock puppet team, I think. I don't think this is the same team. Yeah, this is a different team. We've got Dark Shadow, Permissible, and Awesome Dude rotating here, still on the south side, getting some gas, filling up. And they're going to go for a bit of a cruise, a bit of a joyride. Look at that 80s music bumping and pumping. Speaking of 80s music and 80s vibes, anyone go see Top Gun Maverick? Amazing movie, super fun. I think that's going to probably be one of my favorite movies of the summer. Just a super fun movie all around, very kind of 80s nostalgia. But you know, they really pulled it off. They really pulled it off. And besides, it's just fun to see fighter jets go fast. Fighter jets go bird. Let's jump around a little bit more and see who else we can find here. Mace here looking like they're ready for the sleepover. And just look at that movement. You can instantly tell when you're dealing with a super high level player just by the way they move. The way they move, the kind of the actions they take, they're just clearly kind of always doing a little more than anyone else is at any given time. Fighter jet pog indeed, Danny. Fighter jet pog indeed. Let's take a look at this loot here. Look at that. They've got tons and tons of mats here and some pretty good rarities of weapons here. And a lot of movement. They've got these impulse grenades, and they've got the rift globes. So they're going to be able to pop in and out and move and rotate very quickly when things start to pop off. It looks like they found a spot they like, though, and can't say I blame them. This is a really good spot. And looks like my prediction was right. The storm is going to be on this section of the map, and it's actually going to move towards here. And Mace and Brink of Winning. Brink of Winning, amazing fragger, always gets tons of kills. So, well, we should see them set up very well for this end game here. I mean, this is just an incredibly powerful position. In the second round, you're going to see players playing usually a lot more, what's the word? A lot more cautiously, a lot more, you know, picking their fights a little more carefully, because there is no future round. You know, this is it. Whatever kills and placement you get, that is it. In the, in the first round, you can play a little more risky, go for more kills, but in the second round, most players really try and play for that end game. I just got a correction from the ops team. Looks like I was wrong about the looting on the reality seeds that they did. So players are allowed to loot trees that they didn't plant, because we can't really manage it unless we watch every player's replay. They're just not allowed to plant seeds earlier and then turn those saplings in subsequent rounds. So they can't plant a seed here, but they can use seeds from before.